They say eat like your ancestors, and they call that kind of diet a paleo diet. This diet is also known by many names like Palaeolithic diet, Stone Age diet, hunter-gatherer diet, and caveman diet, and it has its pros and cons. So, what really is this paleo diet? It is a dietary plan based on foods similar to what might have been eaten during the Paleolithic era, which dates from approximately 2.5 million to 10,000 years ago. This diet asserts that our ancestors were largely free of modern chronic diseases and that our current dietary practices are at odds with our biology. It includes lean meats, fish, fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, and limits foods like dairy products, legumes and grains that became common when farming emerged about 10,000 years ago. While many people stand for the paleo diet, the question that arises is, how do we know what our ancestors ate? And even if we did, how can we be so sure? First things first is the exclusion of grains. Our ancestors did consume grains. According to research from the University of Florence in Italy, our Stone Age predecessors may have used oats to make oatmeal or even basic flour. The scientists studied a stone pestle, a tool used to grind food found in the Pugliese cave in southern Italy, and found it had the remains of starch from wild oat plants, and this tool is approximately 32,600 years old. While researchers don't know exactly when used the ground oats, it does suggest that they likely ate more grains than we thought. Most people believe that our ancestors ate a lot of meat because they were evolved to eat meat, but that is not the case. Of course, meat might be very tempting and filling in comparison to other food sources, but humans actually have no known anatomical, physiological, or genetic adaptations to meat consumption. In fact, humans actually have many adaptations to plant eating. Scientist Christina Warner, in her talk, said that we humans need vitamin C, and vitamin C is found in plants, so we have to consume it from plants, unlike the carnivores who can make their own vitamin C. And to support that, she added that we have a longer digestive tract than carnivores. That's because our food needs to stay in our bodies longer, so we have more time to digest the plant matter. Up next is the processed foods. Yet attempts to recreate the past are not only misguided but impossible. Processing food in some way, whether by cooking, fermenting, or drying it, has allowed us to obtain more energy from it, made it safer, and helped us to preserve it for leaner times. What we all can agree to, though, is that eating lots of ultra-processed foods with excess salt and sugar, emulsifiers, inverted corn syrup, flavorings, and colorings is associated with an increased risk of a range of diseases. The overall truth is our ancestors ate in a lot of ways. There are millions of paleo diets because people in East Africa ate different foods than people in West Africa versus the Middle East and South America and North America. It is an all-new theory of you eat what you get. Hominins were spread around different environments, and those living in the forest by the river surely had a different diet from their cousins on the lake shore or the open savanna. Even within a given region, reconstructions of diet have had to rely on tooth analysis or bones found nearby. Fruits and vegetables we eat today are the result of many generations of tampering with the genetics of once wild plants. If we were to compare our bananas now to the bananas then, it would be full of seeds that it would be difficult to consume. Even salads like lettuce. White lettuce is smaller, spiny, and covered in latex, which would have been very difficult to digest. We, along with the available technologies, have made these fruits and plants into what we want them to look like and taste like. Researchers are just beginning to understand what ancient humans ate, Recent studies show that grasses and grains have been part of the human diet for millions of years. Growing cereal crops is necessary to feed populations that hunter-gatherer lifestyles could not sustain. Some say or believe that we crave authority and look to the ancients to tell us what to do and how to live. But it is only better to preserve what's worth keeping, let go of what isn't, and remain clear-eyed about our culinary past, much of which is unknowable, unethical, and impossible to replicate in any case. And that is all that we have for you today. Thanks for watching, and do tell us what your opinions are on the comment section down below. For related videos, check our channel out, and please do not forget to support us by liking our videos and subscribing to the channel. Till then, this is Halabella, and see you soon in our next video.